darlings, welcome. This week I'm cooking. Yes, I'm going to share with you a recipe that my family absolutely love. In particular, my two eldest children, Jacinta and Richard, absolutely love this slice, but my two younger children love it as well. So I'm really lucky. It's a very popular one. They look right.
Oh, they are. How many would you like?
I think that's about enough. That's great. Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
So this week we are going to make the jelly slice. Now it comes out of my very vintage cooking book that I've had forever. But there's something about this recipe book that I always have my old regulars in. All written down, of course. Plus other little things that might have been special back in the day. So anyway, it's been well used, this book. As you can see, the recipe has got stains on it and it's damaged and I've written notes on it, but that's the joy of having old recipes. Right, the best part about the slice is of course crushing the biscuits. As you know, I only shop at Aldi, so all of my products are Aldi products. They are basically a knockoff of the bigger brands. And I'm quite happy with the content of them. And none of my family have complained. And I've been shopping from Aldi for 7 years now, since they came here. So we need 1 packet of Marie Biscuits or equivalent. If you want, you can use a different kind of base biscuit, but it really needs to be a plain one because it brings out the flavour. Somehow it does. 1 packet of those. We need a tin of condensed milk. Oh yes, condensed milk. The tins, it says 400 grams in my recipe, but this one has got 397 grams, which is close enough because I always rinse out the tin with a bit of hot water and that helps bring it up to the 400 grams. 1 of those, again from Aldi. We'll also need a jelly mix. The one thing I do not skimp on is the jelly. It can only ever be aeroplane jelly because that's what my grandmother used, it's what my mother used, and it's what I use. And I buy that at Woolies or Coles. I always add a little bit extra gelatin to it because I like it to be firm on top. So that's just what I do. You don't have to, you can just make it straight from the mix. That's what I do and what I've always done. And of course we need good old butter. Butter, how could you not melt biscuits without butter? Once again, you know where it's come from. Beautiful butter, absolutely. And yes, I always get the salted one. So first of all, I'm going to crush the biscuits. Now, unlike back in the day when I used to give them to the children to do, and they would bash them and crash them with the rolling pin, of course. Where is it? There it is, Old Faithful. But of course, I've got Theodora. And Theodora does all this for me. And it makes it so much simpler to make a slice, to do anything really with Theodora. So I'm going to crush them up first. Theodora's done her work. I have breadcrumbs. I have very fine crumbs. They're supposed to resemble sand, so you don't have to get them that fine. And if you can do them the old-fashioned way with a rolling pin, that's absolutely perfect too. Just whatever way suits for you, okay? To that, I'm going to add 185 grams of butter, till 185. Just quite a lot of butter actually, you know. 160, 170, I'm only 15 off, that's pretty good. Let's see if this bit will be 15. When you know, you know. All melted, all nice. I'm going to make 3 different ones today. So I'm going to do this one and 1 for Simone and 1 for Ben, which is usually typical because I've already got 1 in the fridge I prepared earlier for Richard. I just think it's nice to be able to make something for them that they can enjoy, you know, just even though they're not home with me. I love making things for them. So now we'll just put the top on this, set and forget, and we're done. Three minutes, done. So there's the two done for the children, and they go into the fridge. You can still, they're still a decent height. This one will be thicker, but Bert likes it very, very thick. So this is still just the one recipe getting these extra servings out of, so it's very good. Into the fridge with them. Simply chill for quite a while. Usually, sometimes overnight, but usually for a little while. I won't even get the filling ready yet, but what I do is I pop this into hot water and let it sit in that for as long as possible, because it makes it all come much better out of the tin. I've always done this. I think every grandma knows how to do that. Set and forget. So the next thing we need to do is make the middle part, which is the beautiful creamy yellow lemon centre, which is just delicious. So I'm just boiling the jug at the moment because I'll need that for the gelatin. And yes, and we've got our lemon juice, so we're all going well. The condensed milk is done, good job. So we need 3/4 cup of gelatin. Of course, I'm going to use Theodora again. That's what I do. In goes the water. In goes the gelatin. How much do we need? 2 teaspoons. Next, our condensed milk and our lemon. And I'm actually going to add a little bit more gelatin to that, because that's just me. I like it to be firmly set. Should be all good. Then you simply pour it on. Slowly so you don't get air bubbles. Goes back into the back into the fridge. Let's not forget Bert. Now we've just got to wait for that to set. So darlings, whatever you do, remember to mix the extra gelatin with the jelly really, really well. It makes all the difference if it's properly mixed. Don't skimp on the mixing of it. I could have put it in thermi, but I didn't want to do that this time because I wanted to show you how simple it is just to make it that little bit firmer with a bit of extra gelatin. I do hope you've all been very well this week. You'll have to leave me a comment and let me know what's been happening in your part of the world. So I feel like I've made a lot of jelly slices because I made a big 5-litre one for Richard. Then I made a smaller 2-litre one for Bert with a small one for Ben and one for Simone. And then I had forgotten to film putting jelly, the actual jelly part, you know, on top of the slice. And so I had to make another one, which Bert and Anna have thoroughly enjoyed. On the pack of jelly, it says for you to add 1 cup of hot water, boiling water, so 250 mils, which I always do, and then gradually stir in 200 mils of cold water. Well, as you know, I did add a little bit of extra gelatin, so I've gone up to 500 mils altogether with the actual making of the jelly. But I always have cold water in the fridge anyway. It sets it in half the time. Don't you love the colour of red jelly? So it was quite cool enough to actually pour straight on because this had been chilling in the fridge for a day. You have to pour very, very slowly so you don't get air bubbles, because if you do, you will get the white middle filling, the lemon filling, coming through in big pops. Yes, it has happened to me, of course. Over many years, you learn the tricks of the trade, don't you? So pour very slowly and very evenly. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm not a cook, but I do love sharing with you this recipe. So I hope you've had a wonderful week wherever you are in the world. Keep smiling, darlings. This one was Richard's. This one was Bert and Simone and Benjamin's. Oh, darling, thank you so much for vacuuming the car. I think you deserve a cup of tea and a nice piece of
Yes,
slice.
hard-working man needs nourishment. Oh.
But you have to put your own sugar in. Try the slice. Notice I've put a fancy garnish, sweetheart.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to eat it.
No, you don't. It's purely for aesthetics. Doesn't it look pretty on the plate? You have to rate it.
I have to have 2.
Of course. Explain it. What does it tangy? Is it tangy?
It's tangy.
Yeah. So what would you rate it? What would you rate it, darling?
10 out of 10.
Oh, don't you love a nice husband? Have a good week, everybody.